Alright. How is everyone doing? I'm doing really good. Right. Hmm. Okay, folks. Quick thing. So hot in my room. I don't know why. But yeah, what we're going to do today is going to be actually something quite nice, quite swell. We're going to continue drawing our character, our OC. She's a orc drunken master. Well, I had a bit different idea for her as an orc because, like, you know, drunken master. I wanted to make her slightly chubby, but like since she's more of a fighter, actually, I think that giving her more muscular body would be more fitting. So yeah, I've kind of changed on the go how I wanted this character to look like in the first place. My phone is charged. That good. I'm drinking some coffee. I've worked a little bit on my project before the stream, that's for sure. And yeah. Oh yeah, we had a voting on my Discord server. What we are going to play on my gaming channel now, and actually Stray won, so you know what that means? Fish. Yeah. Yeah. It's really hot in my room. Recently, for some reason. Yeah, it's 27 degrees now in my room. Even though outside it's not really that hot. Yeah. Alrighty. So Minerva, right? Our orc OC. We are going to continue drawing her. Yeah. Hi Tired, good to have you here. How are you? Hope Ryan has going. How are you doing? I don't know why, but my wheel today is acting weird. I am. Yeah. How are you doing? As you understand back or whatever I commented on why you are shit dressed or new or something else. In chat said, I talk a lot sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. Even if you want to talk a lot, that's alright. Remember that you can talk about anything here. Well, there are some topics that are kind of icky, but you know, like everything normal is alright. Anyways, bye. Oh, I see. Bye bye, Tired. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow, last day of work in a week. That good. Hi Golden, good to have you here, how are you, hope Brian has going? Hi Sean, good to have you here, how are you, hope Brian has going? Sean, I think it might be the first time I see you around, or I haven't seen you in a really long while. Either way, I hope you find the coffee corner here. And yeah, how are you two doing? I'm fine, thanks. Ah. Today I'm actually planning, well, I'm thinking about making this stream maybe slightly longer, but we'll see. Tomorrow work, so I can't really go overboard. I've been recently really keeping up with sleeping less, if that makes sense. I'm totes listen to the Hatsune Miku songs dying on repeat right now. I see. Sekai de. I so am right now, trust me. I really like the way how this one looks like. I'm really happy with where I'm going with my style, and because with each work I see improvements, you know what I mean? It's so nice to rest. And yeah, hey, can you draw Femboy? Actually, one of the characters are going to be more or less a femboy. It's kind of like, you know, more or less in this team that we are working right now. Beep. Hi Zaga, got to have you here. How are you playing this game? Also, hey, Roiku, I think this is the first time you're around, so hope you find a comfy corner here. How are you? So yeah, um, we're going to have a character here that might fit more or less into your request. Yeah, it was my first time in this channel. Hope you find a coffee corner. So, tell me, do you like drawing, Roiku? Hey, Zeg, how are you doing? Buddy old Paul. Rested a bit? Managed to finish cleaning your room? uh, oh, didn't listen to that name. Huh? What do you mean you didn't listen to that name? When I said Zeg? Okay, sorry. Hey, Zega! Glad to have you here. How are you? Hope it is going. How is the cleaning doing? Do you draw furry? Yeah. Around 40%, nice. I see. Yeah, on commission, I have actually one OC that everyone tells me looks like a furry. Not necessarily a furry, but scaly, yeah. But it's like, I think it might be like a section of furries. Whoa, Devi. Yeah, what's up? Show the bunny. The bunny? Oh, yeah, wait. Actually, recently I've also drew something that people say I've made a bunny. Sorry. There you go, a furry. So yeah. I have to say, you know, I don't mind it. Again, like, I can do a lot of things for commission. So, me happy. Oh, it's a beautiful bunny furry art. I love it. The squid characters are cool. Yeah. Also, it kind of makes you how to make quick decisions about the character art, and it kind of makes you like think what is the best for it, you know? It really helps you to like pop idea after idea like really quick when it comes to just generally drawing. It really helps you develop this, you know, kind of fast idea making. Thought about making a bunch of them, then just decide which one you want to detail. Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, I'm more or less doing the same thing in my head. Of course, like, without imagination. Like, I'm just doing this with the descriptions of the characters. I just don't draw them. And I pick the one that looks the best. And yeah, like, as I've mentioned at the start of the stream, originally the idea was to make Minerva, you know, her, the character we're drawing right now, slightly chubby, because, you know, drunken master and stuff, so... a chubby fighter. I mean, Drunken Master, you know, like a lot of beer, ale. It's not really good for, you know, for the condition. Because she's not like a pure fighter, right? She's like Drunken Master. Isn't the point of Drunken Master that alcohol has a lot of energy in it and they can burn faster? No idea. To be fair, a lot of Drunken Masters I've seen weren't really in a good like physical condition, so it's another thing that Jackie Chan made comedy about. Yeah, I guess, kinda. Aww. I really like, you know, relaxing while doing the line art recently. I don't know why. I've always hated line art and coloring. Now line art kind of like, you know, I've kind of got used to the line work. Maybe because I don't have to stress out over line weight anymore. Like my line art is not really full of line weight. It's just, you know, flat line work, maybe in some places slightly thickened out. But besides that, I'm just erasing parts where I want my line art to be thinner. Or painting on top of it. I've done some progress on my tileset yesterday. Because I was, you know, making a list what I need. And yesterday I finished like 6. Okay, not 6. For sure 5 portions for the tileset, for the ground. I've made 2 wooden plank flooring. You know, 3 different wooden plank flooring. With, you know, each with different food with different wood. Whoa. So yeah. And a rock tiling, you know, just tiles and stuff that you place for the kitchen, etc. And 1 type of a carpet. I want to add, like, I think 1 more carpet, and I'm going to have like already 6 different flooring, at least for now. I'm thinking about adding more. Have you ever used Miro, or what platform you use to plan out things? Miro? I don't use any platform to plan out things like this. I'm just using Excel. To be fair, if I would have like option to for collab on projects. Oh, I don't think I've used any software like that. I was working on some stuff, like I've used the I was doing some collab project with Jocknix at some point. I've made boards on Trello. I've been using Milanote and some similar portions actually. So that was like for my, you know, project stuff. Miro. Oh, isn't Miro like kind of... Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, it's like Milanote. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a Milanote, but I think you can do a bit more from that with it. That's alright. I think I could use Miro. It looks more or less like some other platforms I've been using, even for myself. So yeah, you know, sometimes it's easier for me to place pixels than drawing, especially when I'm super tired and I'm trying to get myself, you know, to sit a bit longer. It's easier for me to sit down and work on the pixel art, but besides my tile set, I'm not really working on any... Well, tile set, it's actually going to be a full RTP. I'm going to make, you know, actually all the graphics. I want to exchange all the graphics for RPG Maker, along with the character creator graphics, because that's going to be way easier. Because, you know, like if I'm going to make like a... Oh, you do full character customization? For the RPG Maker? Not quite. Like RPG Maker MZ has a character creator. So I'm going to have a base for the character in all like views that I need. So like face set, a character set, butler, right? With all the graphics that I need. And I'm going to make graphics for it, like, oh hey, here are those kind of hairs, here are those kind of hairs, here are like different eyes, mouths, etc. So I'm just going to be able to hit random and I'm going to have perfectly made character that I would need actually for my project, right? Like, you know, some random NPCs and stuff just to make them fit properly. Well, actually, yeah, that can at certain point it can actually work with full character customization, yeah. Because if I take all those graphics and actually throw them into like a Godot and make the system for it, that would certainly allow for full character customization. I am thinking of making some like, you know, things like, oh hey, if you put the robes on from the magical school, you can your character is actually going to wear them, so you're not going to look like a villager anymore, right? And same like for other stuff, like, oh hey, here are those bad guys, they don't like if you are not wearing their uniforms, so if you put that on, you can skip all the fights, right? And you actually change your look. It's not really that difficult to make, especially if you are going to have like very specific amount of, like, if you assign a type of the clothing to that. So like all the robes are going to give you the specific robe, etc. Maybe I could change the, well, I'm sure if I'm going to work enough on that, at certain point all the outfits are going to change the outfit at some point, I guess. Because that's not that difficult to make it. Also, you can easily make the character, how to say this? You can easily make the character design in RPG Maker 2. You need to like lay it out, like all the graphics on the side. You need to make a border so the character, your character wouldn't like disappear, like run away somewhere. And you want to like keep like an NPC which graphics you are going to change based on what you are going to pick. And you want to take all those like different hairs, outfits, eyes, etc. And basically the character is going to have graphics of a of the cursor, right? So like, you know, those squares that you pick with, and basically you are going to just click on something or walk around, right? And when you hit Z, you are going to apply the change. That works, by the way. Like it's also not that difficult to make. I've been making those in the past. The issue is with like making the character with all the different possibilities, actually, like with or without the outfit, yada yada yada, different hairstyles. So like the more stuff you add, the more variations you need to do. So it's a bit of a yikes when it comes to like, you know, spending time on, but it's definitely doable and simple in like logic when it comes to RPG Maker. Surprisingly, you can do a lot of things there. Surprisingly, you can, despite like how simple it seems and how much people could speed on it. So it actually allows you for that. Yeah, that's where I run into problems combining customizations. Yeah, that's that. I mean, I have a system that really helped me out, like speeding things in. Like, okay, you are going to have, let's say, 16 hairstyles, right? And like, oh no, what am I going to do? I need to, if I want to make the character wear different clothes, what am I going to do? And so basically what I came in is making 3 different like basic outfits. It's more or less what MMORPGs are now doing, like Blade and Souls, etc. So you have like 3 basic outfits and you don't have to change them. So you have only like 16 times 3 variations in RPG Maker, for example. But in RPG Maker, again, it's way easier to do those, right? Because you just have to make the clothing and you can just copy and paste it, the same clothing on top of every single, like, you know, thing, and it's going to fit. For like characters like drawn like this, right? It's actually taking much more time, you know? It actually is. That's why actually I would say that not that many people want to make customizations like that. Of course, there are other systems that you can do, like I'm, for example, doing more or less customizable stuff. Of course, they are not going to be really the stuff is not really going to be fully customizable. but I've got more or less an idea how I can speed things up with some stuff. So for example, if the like all the characters are structured the same and nothing much changes, all you need to do is like changing eye color, hairstyle, and hair color, and you can just throw around. Yeah, some games require some very specific customizations. Yeah, exactly. And all this stuff might also be responsible, like for responsive. Like for example, broken armor system. So when hi Beans, got to here. How are you? Hope it's going. I think this is the first incident. So hope you find the coffee corner here. How are you? So yeah, like if you want to make, let's say that during the fight the armor on your character breaks based on how much damage it gets, it's actually going to, you know, going to be hell. Good, and you? I'm doing good, thank you. Just resting after work, chilling, making more character designs because we are actually almost done with 20 characters. Hi Aspen, got over here. How are you? Hope how's going? So much easier in 3D, just slapping on blend shapes and don't have to worry about doing all the combinations separately too much. Yeah. That's why, like, here's the thing. That's why, for example, a lot of games are not making the graphics like hand-drawn as much anymore. Gorgeous art, very edible. It's your art. No! Got to hear that though. Guess just eating some bread. Let's go. Let's go, some bread. Bread. Like, it's always been a matter of fact how to, you know, pull things off and stuff. So, in general, lunchtime. How are your projects going, Aspen? Progressing? So yeah, like making games, especially when you're hand drawing everything, it's really difficult, you know? It's really, gosh, difficult. I would even say that it's nearly impossible to make something very elaborate this way, because the sheer amount of graphics you have to make, it's hell. Like, in theory, I could possibly just draw, like, you know, like sleeves that would be like sticking around, and I could just, you know, work things around and make things easier. Kinda, though right now I don't really have many projects. I see. That's alright. Auto motivation. I would say that it depends on person. For me, actually, I feel really motivated when I see how other people are drawing, or, you know, recently I've been just drawing because it got into my routine that every day at that specific time I'm drawing. And it's actually at certain point when I can draw at my usual streaming time, I'm actually feeling a bit itchy. might have Pavloved myself into some freaking drawing addiction. And that's, you know, I guess that from both stuff, like, that's good. Like, I mean, both stuff. What stuff? Like, considering what else could come in. That's actually the better one. Generally, I'm going to give myself an art addiction. So here's how I'm dealing with the fact when I don't want to draw. I sit down, I sketch for 15 minutes. Do I feel it? Nah. I go like watch animes, a video, I sit down, I sketch for 15 minutes. Do I feel it? Maybe, but not really. Be right back. Alrighty. So yeah, like every now and then it's just a matter of fact, like, you know how you have to kickstart a chainsaw and it either works or not? That's more or less kind of the same way. At least by the way how I'm doing it. And in the end, if you are going to sketch on the same artwork, so for example, you have more or less an idea, but you don't feel motivated to draw it. I sit down, I start sketching, 15 minutes progress on that. Okay, let's take a breather, I don't know, let's get the mind off of that. Cool. I come back, I continue drawing that thing, I continue sketching. So now in one day I have like 30 minutes of a progress, right? Look at it from this way. Like, if you're going to like keep yourself in that area, you are going to constantly progress. Hi Muto, good to have you here. How are you? How's it going? Hi sweetheart. How have you been? Feeling better? I try. I'm tired now. Oh no. That's actually quite bad connection you have right now. Yeah. That is definitely something. So much homework. Oh no. Ah, gee. Ah, homework sucks. Yeah. Have you not closed school? I'm going to college. Yeah. College works a bit differently, you know, than all other schools. The summer works different. I mean, summer. Weird in America. Over here it kinda works the same. Big boy school, yeah. Over here in Poland it kinda works the same. Not starting in September, yeah, that's true. No wonder. Yeah, like my college doesn't start in September either. My college starts in the next month after. What? Yeah. How? Why? Because we have summer tour. Because we have tours. We have spring tour and winter tour, or autumn tour actually. But the autumn tour doesn't start in September. It starts month after, so it starts 1st of 10th. And it goes, I think, for like 6 months or something like that. And then there's a break, like I think about 3 until the same, you know. Wait, yeah, 6 months. In April, yeah, in April, then you have a month of autumn. In September, December, spring is February, May, where January and June are exam periods. Where I am, I see. In America, you start summer, fall, winter, spring. Ooh, I see. Yeah, for us it's like 6 months, then you have the exam period, break. You start again. I'm pretty sure most of Europe works that way. Well, I guess maybe not my school, maybe not the way how I'm learning. Because I'm learning online and I'm just going there on the exam periods, you know what I mean? Yeah. Here you start summer, goes to rainfall season, autumn, spring, and again rainfall, autumn. I see. I'm so glad to hear your voice, honey. I'm so happy to hear it, sweetheart. I'm back. Welcome back. Imagine David doing audiobook. I was trying to make an audiobook. Like, genuinely, I wanted to read books. Does this OC have a name? Minerva. This one already got it. Well, actually, whenever we are starting a new OC, where I'm allowing my chat to pick the name, so when we'll be done with this character and we start another one, who knows, maybe it's your name going to be given to the character. I mean, want to show you something after stream? Alrighty. I didn't see that pretty name. Get to hear it. I'll buy that quickly. I see. Name a character Beans. There's already a character named Beans. Is there? Me, technically. Are you a character? Yeah, they on YouTube chat. Beans. So yeah, actually I'm wondering about some other stuff. Like actually how we are going to proceed with rest of this. Like the team is like The team has 4 characters. I want to show you something after stream. Alrighty. Yeah. At times I feel like, what is she? She's an orc. She's an orc drunken master, so she's fighting while being drunk. All I see is muscular women. Me like. Let's go either way. She looks strong and huggable at the same time. Yeah. Goldfish, please do hurt my... What? Please do hurt my tummy? Why do you want goldfish to hurt your tummy? She fights while being drunk, or did I mishear that? Yes, she fights while being drunk, like to activate her abilities and be active in the fight she has to drink. Like she'd crush my skull with her thighs. Oh my. Don't hurt my tummy. I mean, goldfishes are crackers, right? Entirely, it's okay, it's okay. Just specify that orcs are tall and boobas are around 170 centimeters height. Go eat. Yeah, actually, orcs are tall in my universe, so that's for sure. See, YouTube chat goes for snowstorm. Oh. And to go home. I can imagine it's, you know, it must be difficult to like see through, like especially universities where you kind of need to focus but you can't. It would be for the best if you just survive that one. Being Thursday, I don't have to feel bad for acting like a degen. Bro, so she'd step on me because I'm an absolute midget, bro. Imagine rocking 149 centimeters and then there's a 170-meter woman in the distance. I just accept my fate there and then. Bro, I mean, her boobas are on 170 at 170. Like here's 170 about. So she's taller than that. Also, you're actually 149 centimeters? I'm 180. Her assets are? Yeah. I'm the throwable. Yes. The throwable size. Don't worry. Being short is not that bad. Actually. But yeah, I have to say, like, I've been kind of struggling with keeping up with the anime. Little toy that comes in a Happy Meal. I found size the little toy that comes with a Happy Meal. Cage so no point holding back. Yeah. Wow. Imagine. But people have huge advantages. For example, they can withstand 1.52 times G-force because better circulation. Yeah. True. I would do for really bad. For really bad astronaut. Fighter pilot. Yeah, fighter pilot too. Or cannon munition. Bro. Imagine. Top shelves feel like trying to climb Mount Everest for us. Hey Beans, at least you won't be the first we eat in an apocalyptic situation. I understand the feeling, bro. Bad. Wait, who would you eat first in the apocalyptic situation then? Oh no. Excuse me, what? The tallest person there puts away homemade Devi recipe. The tallest person there would be eaten, bro. You get roasted enough without cooking. No, I mean, you're not wrong. I finished my bread. Let's go. And I don't have anything to drink. And it's boiling in here. What temperature is it right now? 28 degrees. Nice. Was it tasty? Was it one of those homemade breads? Dang, Zaga. God damn! Go get a drink. Ah. Umps. Go get a drink. Actually, wait. I've got my drinking shelf. That sounds bad. I just have like drinks there. Oh, Beans is new, don't know about the pants situation. I have my pants. God damn it. There. Some soda pop. Yeah. Pantless. Yes, I have never seen this man in all my years of existing. Listen, I have my pants, okay? I do have the pants. Look at them. They are even two-layered. They are two-layered, okay? I do have my pants. I do have my pants. Okay? I have my pants. I have my pants. I have my pants, okay? You got it? Look at me. Look me straight in the eyes. I have the pants. I am the pants. Soda pop, no pants. He puts it on before showing. Buck up. Am I getting roasted? Sniff snuff. Snip snap snapping, that's eine Krokodil. Actually, I'm wondering about picking up paid leave, like a week, maybe. But actually, next month. Hey, what? Paid leave? Oh, yeah, like a week of break because actually I don't have much to. Okay, wait, fire Leinart though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Like I'm like, what the fuck do you do with the Beyblade? The what? What Beyblade? No, you better not. If I have to go to college, then you have to go to work. Okay, got it. I have fun. Thank you, Beans. Bye bye. Take care. Yeah, no, this ain't working for me. Let's get that one out. Blip. Blip. Blip, blip. Yeah, that line was too steep. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we don't want to go overboard with it. I just need like more or less an indicator how it should go. You know, bye bye everyone. Bye bye. Last fun. Bye bye. Take care. Have fun. Whatever you're going to do. We're smelling essential oil and this oil is smelling. I see. I see. Actually, I'm wondering a little bit about... wondering. I wanted to talk about something before, but I'm not sure what I wanted to talk about. I think it was... I was starting to talk about anime. So actually, I'm not really sure why you smelling essential oil. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the anime. So basically, the anime, right? I didn't start the One Piece arc yet. I think I'm going to start it today. Like, I'm going to go watch movie with my mom. And then I'm going to come back, put on some One Piece episodes. I think I could fit like one, like for sure one, maybe like 2, 3, maybe 4. Teacher made us. Is there a chance you could possibly feel... Oh, that weird class. A weird class? She has a weird class. Wait, I think we've talked about some weird class. I'm not sure if that's the weird class we were talking about. Alrighty. Yep. God damn, that's way too straight line. Actually, it's not really straight. It's like... Yeah, it's like going like here. And then there's like a small... By the way, it's easier to zoom in and draw the line like this than zooming out, at least for me. I've heard that it's better if you zoom out a lot. With Miss Slindy. Slindy is not senior. Oh god. I've choked. Hi to cats, glad to be here. How are you? Hope has going. Don't die. It's okay. I've never died before. Yeah, that's her name. Bro. Oh, nobility. How did you know? Had a heart attack. What do you mean almost had a heart attack? What happened? There was stuff on the top of my washing machine and I'm doing laundry. Yeah. And things fell off and it was very loud. Oh. Oh no. Zeka being haunted. I'm telling you, that's that one witch GF you've had. She casted a curse on you. I'm still hearing nothing because the walls are thick and I have headphones on. Oh? Oh no. I don't consider her as GF. Oh, okay. I'm just forgetting that it was like trying and it never clicked. Sorry. Just she was very into me. Oh, I see that kind of thing. Almost won me with some cookies, somehow knew that that's my weak point. Oh no. My song, E. The 1 hour song. Wait, did you actually count it in that it takes an hour to get to that song? Was it an hour already? It's I actually have an hour and 9 minutes on my counter. That's unbelievable. There's a timer on Twitch. Yeah. Oh. You know, it shows around an hour when you say your music is on. Well, Infer, I am dumbfounded today. I am dumbfounded. I'm actually wondering about. So yeah, I once again the thing. Awesome, what I know because you showed me. I want to go home. It's alright. I understand. To be fair, you're not feeling well, so that's totally understandable if you actually call for someone to pick you up, but I didn't remember. Math is important. Yeah, math is important. That's why it would be better to, you know, try to push through it. Surprisingly, when I was at school, especially my gymnasium times, I had a lot of health issues. Like, I was literally constantly passing out during the classes. Like, actually passing out cold. And waking up with a nosebleed. Which was bizarre because, like, it's on the paper which shows what class you have and when and which days. Oh yeah, it is. You showed on that only when you went in and there was no class. Yeah. There was actually, yeah, there was. There it was. So I'm going to try to get into One Piece. I think I'll be able to manage to squeeze in like 3, maybe 4 episodes, we'll see. Like one episode is about 24 minutes, I believe like 2 max. I'm watching Delicious in Dungeon. Can recommend. She a weird teacher. I guess every school must have a weird teacher, isn't it? It's a very weird anime. Yeah, because they're going to the dungeon and they're just munching on monsters they are killing, isn't it? And then one of the main characters, you know, the dwarf, doesn't care about gold and stuff as other than Geoneers, and he, for example, threw like actual gold. Then immersing clips. I believe there's much more to it. I really want to watch it. I've got it on my plan to watch list. And actually it's going to be in the next wave because like I finished Code Geass season 1, right? So now I have Link Clake, Code Geass season 2, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Ren, and I think something else on my currently watching list because I'm updating currently watching list to how many, to all the seasonal anime to you know, so I would know what to watch while watching the thing. Yeah, watch Free Ren. And Link Click. Yeah. Link Click is going to be watched after watching half of that arc I'm currently on in One Piece. Surprisingly, like the anime itself, when you're skipping all the fillers and stuff, it's not that long. Like honestly, it's not that long. And I can recommend doing that. If you want to watch longer anime, be sure that there are going to be fillers. Don't watch them. Skip them. Bleach, out of nowhere, turns almost into a seasonal anime. Because there's like a crap load of additional, episodes that are just fillers. And doesn't really put anything into the story. Fillers were done only because the author couldn't output enough chapters to make an episode out of it, right? So they are starting to make a filler arc so the author could catch up with the manga and they could make the proper story. That's why you don't necessarily see nowadays longer anime, by the way. This is the exact reason. Because you could have longer anime, like for example Attack on Titan could be one long anime, but it wasn't. Because they are not going to output any more anime that long. Like Dragon Ball or Naruto or One Piece, right? Like they are making Naruto Shippuden, Boruto, etc. And sure, they are long, but this is because like it already been long, like one of those long anime, so they kind of, they know that they can count on the author, by the way. And also the matter of fact that they didn't want to touch Bleach for a very long time is actually the reason that they've had to output many filler episodes. Because it's more like filler episodes in anime are like episodes of shame. Hi Skylar, glad to have you here. How are you? How's it going? How are we doing? So yeah. One Piece had a lot of those, but One Piece had a very specific contract, so they can't really stop it now. Like they did it with Bleach, and Bleach had a contract where they could stop it because they've learned on the mistakes with One Piece. So that's why One Piece is now still going, and Bleach was cut short. Actually in the middle of the anime, because you more or less has the same amount of episodes as you've had, in the other portions. So that's that. Also, don't count in special episodes as fillers. Filler is a filler. Filler is like pieces of story that's supposed to put in lore, but shouldn't necessarily be lore accurate to what is happening. And to be fair, there are situations where, for some anime, actually, the authors had a thing where actually the people who are writing the lore of the filler, like guest staff they've planned for further thing. And actually you've had some filler stuff that are happening in the anime, and because like authors usually don't really have much to do with the fillers. That's the thing, right? It's like fully written and drawn by the studio. So basically the author had no idea about it, and when they've output the episodes and he pushed with the manga, he made the thing that already happened in more or less in the anime. So it was kind of a repeat at certain point with one thing. I don't remember which anime that was now, but That was a bit crazy. I think, oh yeah, I think it was Dragon Ball. It wasn't necessarily a filler, but it was a movie. Yeah, it was the movies. So basically, you know that false Saiyan that you have in Lord Slag, right? So basically, in that movie, you actually, you know, you actually have the thing happening, right? Well, Goku gathers up ki from all the other Z warriors, and he activates something that looks really close to... Which one was that? The Lord Slag movie. So yeah. So basically, like, you know, the people who... Yes, it's familiar, but I don't remember the movie. So basically, Lord Slag was a Namekian who was exiled, right? So he was like this bad Namekian. He comes into Earth, starts doing a ruckus, disappears to another planet. Z warriors go to that planet, try to kick ass, get their ass handled to them. Goku comes in, gets his ass handled to him, and then like Goku turns on false Saiyan, which is like he absorbs the ki, gets like his hair all sticking up like the Saiyan actually, and surprisingly the hair design is very similar, though it still wasn't really like mentioned with the author. And they genuinely like guessed that like how the Super Saiyan more or less is going to look like. That was crazy. Also, the sheer fact that actually they've obliterated Lord Slag only because Gohan was whistling. That was funny. Because Goku actually, despite this form, like still got his ass handled to him after Lord Slag got huge. And basically, like when Goku was about to be crushed, Gohan started to whistle. Because like the Namekians apparently in that movie had like very fragile hearing, and whistling was hurting them. So Piccolo just ripped his ears off not to hear that. That was funny. What the fuck? Yeah. there were a bunch of like weird enemies there too, like for example that green guy who was like making smaller versions of himself. By the way, very few movies were actually established with Akira Toriyama. Your model looked like you scratched your brain. What do you mean? Scratched my brain. With left hand, I see. Any motivation because I'm struggling. Well, I had to say you can do this because, like, you know, it's obvious you can. But then when it comes to the motivation... Also, I have to say, like, I absolutely despise one aspect of this job: talking to people, especially talking to people via phone, where the reception is pretty bad, and the person literally doesn't speak in English in 21st century. Even a little bit. Like, come on, even my mom started to just slightly catch some words in English. Like, she actually started to learn English from all those movies we watch, which is ironic. And I think I would, well, if you learn and get the degree and having a skill set and paper, which is hireable everywhere in the world, you can just bounce and get to a better place. Yeah, out of the homework. God damn, so many homework, so annoying. But yeah, the guy is right. That's true. Think about the perspectives. Also remember that you're in that program, that if you are going to finish the school and you're not going to fail anything, you'll actually get all the education paid off, because you just need to like pay off very slight amount from what the thing would cost usually. And as far as I know, not that many people have that privilege. I want to make a company. Oh? What a company would be, but need customers. I see. I'm back. Welcome back, Beans. How are you? How are you doing? I don't know why I've stuttered. Beans. Good. Glad to hear that. Yes, that's me. To be fair, line work takes a really long time. And I don't think I've had that many breaks today. I don't think I've had that many breaks with drawing. We're almost done. You take one break. Breaks are important. I mean, to be fair, I'm in the state where I'm resting by drawing, but it takes up my focus, like a lot of focus. And you know, like humans have only 2 hours of focus in a day, so I'm kind of struggling with focusing, like, until the end of the day. You're locked in, yeah. It's more like continuous focus. Yeah, that. Exactly that. And hence, oh goodness, it's my fault. What fault? If you take 15-minute break every 45 minute, it can be done the whole day. Sorry. No way to say sorry about. Don't say sorry. Why saying sorry? Oh, yeah, you're right. If I would like every 45 minute take a break, 15 minutes, I could potentially, like, even just to sit down and, you know, finish talking a little bit. Or just catch up. I could potentially make like a full day stream from drawing. You know what? Breaks are for the weak. I keep you distracted. No, it's okay. Ah. Thank you, Skylar. Oh, are you flustered? Preparing to suplex Debbie, trying to grab buds. Oh, fuck. Oh no. Out. Love you, Muto. He's definitely flustered. I mean, my girlfriend is in the chat and you know. Whoops, Dev's nose. WTF happening outside of my window in the Devin. His hair during stream. Girlfriend? I thought that was a Hi, I'm the girlfriend, yeah. Whether is my girlfriend? I'm food item. Oh my. You're joking, right? No. I can confirm Muto is my girlfriend. With a cat, then there be a furry, and I'm allegedly a plant. What? Do you also draw animals? Yes. That'd be cool. Cat. What? I draw animals. So I draw animals, so I'll say that 10 times fast. The bark. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but like neighbor's dog is barking outside of my window, and surprisingly I live on a second floor and it's really audible. The exact same time you said cat. Insert here that meme with Moist Critical where he puts in a kitten into the camera and like saying, yep, that's fucked up dog. Yeah, hands are really difficult beans because I remember if I enjoy some animal hand colors cat mittens the who? Seen it? No. Hi, I'm here. Glad to be here. How are you? Brian has gone. Hands fix the problem by drawing paws. Actually, hands are not that difficult. It's actually about understanding how hands are built, and unfortunately hands are very complicated in structure. She was writer and activist. Ah, I see. And died. Oh. And good, just working on some more commissions. About commissions, folks, remember that in the description there's actually a link to my Vision where you can order your own artworks in this quality, relatively cheap based on what people are saying. So basically hands are very weird. I'm broke. It's okay. We do some raffles and actually you have... I would know. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. We are doing raffles. At times some free artworks, maybe some... sometimes some... sale codes, so basically like you get a discount, sometimes a how's it called, sometimes we are doing we have a stream when we are doing the how's that called, a request. So yeah. And yeah, that's more or less how the hands are working out. So basically, like you have like a midi bulge here. What would be funny? What's up? And basically, like over here, from that bulge, there's like a wing sticking out. And that wing quickly turns into your thumb. And basically the thumb, like going here, that's where the thumb goes. Yeah. And you get a connection here to the thumb, right? Because like you have connections there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Goblin on the verge of death because blood loss through its nose, seeing horny team. Yeah, that would be cool. But I need to actually draw a person, not just the names I would commission you. Glad to hear that I'm here. Glad to hear that. And yeah, like, come to think of it, it's not really that difficult. Like, in the end, so basically, like, the first section, like this, is always as huge as this section. And the fingers don't bend like this, or like this. There's very slight slant, and then bend like this. I think I just avoid too much. I will try it though. And if you generally like figure out the construction of your fingers, it's not really that bad. The issue is with the construction and how to simplify them when it comes to your shapes, you know? And the knuckles are not at the start of the finger, but on the other side of the line and the palm. Yes, exactly. Try, it's the only way to get better. Yeah, exactly. If you are, well, we have the thing, we have a saying here in Poland. Those who don't risk don't drink the champagne. Just practice, yeah. But you know, you can practice and learn a lot during your practice times. So basically, basically to practice properly, you want to practice with the reference photos. Get some reference photos, deconstruct things you see into simple shapes. Try to comprehend how they are built, you know? And then build upon those things. Make it work in your style, you know? And then, out of nowhere, you've learned how to draw hands, how to draw backgrounds, like certain elements, furniture, how to draw clothes. Just gonna take pics of my hand. That's the best way to find something. It's the best way to get reference photos. At times I'm making photos of myself just to get some practice. Oh yeah, so 4 fingers. As you have effed up hands like me. I mean, just because like they are not like in other people doesn't mean that they are not hands. You can still go with it. They are one of the types of the hands. Like I've just learned one that is like very typical. Although my hands are also messed up. Hands are different, yeah. Like for example, the center of my hand is very short, but my fingers are really long, so my hands are looking freakishly. And I've almost became a pianist because of this. Yes, I was learning how to play a piano. When class is about to start, so bye bye honey. Bye bye sweetheart. Bye bye. Take care. have huge palms. And then there is those with no hands. Huh? A problem I have is that people try to steal my art and claim it as their own. Thankfully I hide my name in a tooth of the dinosaur jaw so I can point it out. Yeah. That is unfortunately an issue. I've had this issue several times happening to me already. Your art is important, yeah. Why would people steal art? Clout. Generally, imagine there's someone who doesn't know how to art, but they really like art, but their skills are not like the others, quote unquote, right? So they are taking artworks from an artist, claim as their own. That's why or just to start drama, yeah. Why? Reaching clout. Again, like a lot of people want to become internet stars. Like you sit down and you see an artwork. They sit down. They look at the artwork on the internet and they are like, you know, they are jealous because it has a lot of likes, a lot of shares. So they find a really good artist, but they can't do it because stolen art will always be different style. Yeah, and a lot of people are pointing that out, but you know, it's not really that difficult to reflect that you change your style every now and then, and you just steal from 2 or 3 artists. But why? Because they're getting attention this way, and they can, you know, like sit down and then try to lie more. So for the Sega person, people online obviously want attention, but many people just can't draw all or draw as good, and then they steal art of others. They start drama in the process as well for clout. Yeah. And some people put my art through AI, then I point out it looks like a AI version of my drawing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it's like, you know, kinda weird that what people do. AI slop is horrible, yeah. Put my own into AI to see how it would color it. Yeah. Such an issue nowadays. I mean, it's not really an issue. Like, here's the thing. I was literally like thinking about like, well, how AI goes about and how it can be used for tools for actual artists when it was coming in. And I have to say it's really useful tool. Like, I have a Fantasia. I can't imagine. Now, like, a lot of artists are sitting down, they can describe the scene and they can see it in their heads. I can't do that. So AI is just lifeless, to be honest. It also steals other artists' art. Yes, that's true. That's true. So yeah, like, it's generally, you know, the thing with like making it a tool. Okay, I think because the way AI's execution is the problem. Yeah, exactly. Cricket sounds. Like I'm trying to say, I can't find the proper word. Yeah, it's like how the AI is execution. That's not how it works. What do you mean? No. A lot of models are actually made by taken without the permission artworks, mind you. And artists did not actually allowed for their artworks to be taken into AI library. Also, I don't know why my model is doing that with the hand. Because it can be helpful, very helpful if used correct, but the way it's being decided to be used is terrible. Because I use chatbots to establish oscillor and personality and all. Yeah, exactly. You learn from other people's art too without their permission. Actually, no, a lot of artists are allowing people to learn from their artworks because it's learning from the artworks. It's like a bit different when it comes to AI. It's about the feeling. I think we've had a talk about it. It's about the feeling, you know? Because physical person profits from it. A physical person profits from it. That's what matters. AI model is just a slop. You know? It's like, you know, someone is not going to necessarily sit down and... AI learns patterns statistically. Kinda, but still. It's about how people are learning this. It makes a lifeless scene most often. So you see, the thing is more about like... if it's a physical person or AI, right? Because physical person is never going... That post I sent last week about this, yeah. Like, you know, yeah, sure, I can understand, like, it learns the same way, but a lot of artists don't want AI to learn from their artworks. They want people to learn from their artworks. Also, a person is not going to be exactly able to replicate stuff, right? And AI is actually capable to mimic styles, like, pretty accurately, so that's another thing. I've seen actually there was a drama made because of that. Mind you, there was a drama because of this. Because someone was making NSFW artworks with some like artist's art style model. The anger and the annoyance of people trying to sell low quality AI stuff with lots of issues, yeah. Cannot copy the artwork entirely. Exactly, that's also the thing, you know? Like, it's about that kind of aspect. AI, and yeah, like, there were many issues because of that. And there was a drama in the art community because of it, because someone made the model for certain art style and started making NSFW works from that, and that certain artist got a backlash because of this. And actually, because of that, the artist suffered a drop in their like popularity, because like, you know, I cannot copy an artwork either, as soon as there are at least 2 images in the training data. Yes, but like, it can copy a style. That's my point. So like, yeah, sure, it can't really copy the thing. Although, I think with a right model and can learn patterns, yeah. With like, and patterns are art style generally. And like, okay, sure, people are also learning patterns, but person is not going to replicate a style one-to-one. Like, I'm really close to Rhino Tuna, but I'm not capable to replicate it one-to-one. So yeah. So the issue is actually most also with the art styles, which people are overusing and claiming to be theirs, while they've just used AI with someone's art style that someone spent like years on learning. Humans having two eyes and nose and a mouth is a pattern too. Yeah, I understand that. Also because of, for example, I decided to study dev's art and art style I cannot completely replicate. Naturally, I will implement things from my own art style with AI, where AI can just steal a style. It can steal the style completely and make it more bland. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I understand that. That's my point, right? So that's the thing. Like, I'm learning from Reno Tuna's artworks, but you can see that my artworks are not one-to-one to Reno Tuna's style. I have my own things that I'm throwing into the style. That's why, for example, like One Piece and Fairy Tail have very similar art styles, because actually the person who's been how to say this, because the person who made Fairy Tail was a assistant of Oda, like very close assistant. And basically they've been learning a lot from them and learned a lot of art style. That's why their art style is very similar to One Piece. But it doesn't mean that it's like the same. But it boils down to the same chemistry. Kind of. Still, I think AI is never going to be able to like comprehend the same level of like making the style and, you know, doing stuff. It's always going to try to strive for replicating it. No art style is one-to-one, yeah. It remixes already existing learned pattern in a statistical way with linear algebra and tensors. Yeah, and a physical person just wings it. So yeah, it won't create a new pattern. Yeah. Big words, yeah. I mean, Bean's actually, Zega is a hardcore programmist. He actually knows how this stuff is made. Like, probably like one-to-one. So, yeah. Oh wow, yeah. So actually, like, yeah, I kind of have an understanding of LLMs and diffusion models. Yeah. So, if someone has to know how AI works exactly, it's Zega. There's an unspoken rule in paleo art: when you draw a dino, carefully to not fall material. You're allowed to depict the dino however they want, because more theories about it gives it more hype. Surface level knowledge is all I got. Not sure about a lot of stuff, but know the core principles. And more hype. Thank you for the hearts. And more hype, the more known is the dino. That's understandable. But yeah, like, the thing is that, like, AI is a tool. I've said it already on several occasions. It's like AI at this point is actually a well, AI at this point is more or less a nothing less than an eraser, you know, or a pencil. It's a tool to make art. And yet some people are going to sit down, show that eraser and say that they've made it and this is their artwork. You know what I mean? It's kind of like with the acrylic pour. It's a waste of money and paint generally. Acrylic, but still, like, acrylic pouring is not art, but it's a fun activity that you can do with your friends because it makes cool patterns. I can't claim AI art as my own. I'm mad at myself for using it when I was beginning art. Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, or Draco Rex, T-Rex. Yeah, so yeah, it's like, it's not that bad to start with it, but you have to know what to do. If you have a good model, it can actually give you quite cool, like, you know, designs or stuff you want. Like, imagine you don't have any idea what to draw, and you're just writing, like, more or less a concept you have on mind, like a girl sitting in front of her house, drinking coffee. And smiling to the camera, like 90s vibes, you know, like this kind of thing. And you more or less get the scene made. It can't give you everything, but it gives you good refs, right? I kinda make 10 to 50 refs if I notice the patterns myself and I can technically copy those things, yeah. Have ideas, music mostly gives me ideas. I have ideas, but my ideas are just like written word, like book descriptions. I don't have imagination. I have a fantasia. So for example, for people like me, AI is good to exchange the imagination, but you kind of see where it goes, right? It's just the execution now, yeah. Yes, but I prefer Tyrannosaurus Regina. Just making Rossi in a animation meme. Done and dusted, yeah. Ideas come from the newest info on dinos. The huge advantage of not AI stuff is that the author can modify and customize it properly. Yeah, and actually, the huge advantage is that you can claim it as a, in a copyright. If you output AI, it doesn't belong to you, and it's been actually accepted by the law. You can revision halfway, yeah. Like, because like they've took an expert, they've like explained how the situation looks like, they've asked if it's actually taking other artists' artworks, and they've mentioned that, hey, yes, it's actually taking other artists' artworks in this library. I think even there's a video where dude wanted to say but the judge told him like, no, that I've heard enough. Thank you. And they said that, and speaking of IDs, I finally got one. Let's go. Let's freaking go. So yeah, like, you actually can't legally claim AI artwork. Which is funny. To be honest, yeah. You can legal. No, you can't. You can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you actually can't. Oh hell no. No, you cannot. It's been, you know. It's been actually declared that AI cannot be claimed by people. Oh, you can't. Yeah. Because, like, you can't really say whose artworks are those. Like, you can assign it to anyone, and since the person didn't draw it, the judges said that if the person didn't make it, and you can't assign the artwork to any artist because it's like a mush, you can't really claim it as yours. I would put the same restriction on every generative model, but it, be it art, 3D, music, text, voice changer, animator, etc. Yes, that's actually that, right? Because it's like the same thing. Because the core principle is the same and all of them use existing things as training data. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly the thing. I remember so many AI, those pseudo AI artists, like crying, saying that, oh no, what do you mean I don't own my artworks? And like people were like, what do you mean your artworks? It's AI. Like, you know, there was a huge shitstorm when this happened. It was so funny to look at. Because that's why I don't understand when somebody angry at image generators, but gladly copy generated text and claim their own. I never really, I'd never really claim it as my own. Yeah. I hate that this word even exists. Have you heard about what's up? Vibe coders? Yes, we've talked about it. Yeah, vibe coders. They are not programists either. We need to find a new term for it. Slackers. Yeah, I wouldn't call vibe coders actual programists. It's a good thing that they are called vibe coders. I mean, coder is like puny term for a programmist, so the term for it is prompters. Oh yeah, that's nice. Prompters works. People without skin. Ragers. Prompters is good. Beautiful fitting name. Yeah, because the only thing they are doing is just making a prompt. That's it. No matter what they are doing. The term existed before AI artists was a thing. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, because like AI generating art actually before that it wasn't like the first thing. Like first came in LLM models. Interesting, yeah, technically. Hmm. Here's the thing, I was thinking about making a longer stream today. As always, as it happens, difficulties. Tomorrow we are going to have a normal stream. I might try to make a longer stream. Started by people making neural nets to classify and recognize things. Hey, yeah, the fit. Yeah. Look at them dogs. House. Yes. Imagine. And so we thought, okay, if we give a polar bear pic to the neural net, it spits out the text polar bear. Feet more dreaded than hands. Actually, I feel like drawing feet is easier than hands. Ask. And what happens if we completely reverse the net and give it to the give it the text polar bear? I see. Yeah, so we've got the line art. I think we would need to make some. I have to explain to a lot of people that birds are dinosaurs and crocodiles are lizards. Yeah. How the first image generator born, it was pretty cursed at the time. I remember that it was like really jumbled up. Because I've seen that polar bear thing, I think. Hey. Alrighty. We finished the line art. That was the goal for today's stream. I don't know why, but well, it's dark, so that's why the hands are. Also, then the question comes up. There are the models which recognize things, but use caption training data the same way. They have the same restrictions though? I think so, yeah. Like a model that can tell the genre of a music or recognize things on a picture. I mean, yeah, like every AI, I think every AI should have the same restrictions. I think that'll be fair. Hi Heavenly, got over here, how your brain has gone? Haven't seen you in such a long time, god damn. How have you been? How have you been? Yeah, like in general, that's more or less the concept we have here. How hot is in my room now? 28 degrees, okay, that's good. It doesn't go up. But I'm actually like genuinely getting sweats. I think I'm going to plug in my AC like fully and just try to cool down the room for a little before I go to sleep, because I'm going to cook here. Like, come on, imagine having 30 degrees in your goddamn room. Yeah, we finished drawing the character. It's not like fully finished, but it's like, there you go, people. Bye, 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 bye. I have 27, but I've been growing more, a lot of tears of joy, pain and joy, smiling a lot more. Hey, that's nice. That's nice. I'm really glad you're smiling more now. I have 27. Like what, AIs? Or tears of pain and joy? Growing is good. Degrees. I see, I see. 27 degrees in a room. God damn. So we've got the line art done. Tomorrow. Oh, actually, it's not like fully done. Cool. It's a Discord server filled with artists similar level of art. You should join it sometime. We have our own Discord server, and actually I dodge servers like this because of how competitive and toxic art community is. So I don't really think I would want to join, especially. Like, it should be for, you know, for chills. Are salty about each other. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's something I don't want to happen to anyone, because like art should be something you should take joy out of. And actually, like, I have the rule that there should be no hate anywhere about anyone's art, as long as it's not like obviously AI generated. Every art is good besides acrylic pouring, because that's not art, that's waste of paint. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. You made her blush? Yeah, a little. Now she cute too. Hey. What tablet are you using? It's Huion... Actually, it's in the description. Hold on. Huion Kamvas GT-191. And I'm drawing on Clip Studio Paint EX 4.0. Lines look clean. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, we've finished the line art. What's left? The red Flintstones shaped tablets. Yes. So what's left is actually coloring, which we're going to do tomorrow. And I want to tomorrow color her until she's done. Yeah, that's my goal. It's definitely my goal. We'll see how far we'll go with that, because you know how I am. My man, the common man tablets. I was thinking about adding some stuff. It's going to be difficult. I guess it also looks quite plain because there are no details on it. The details will arrive whenever I'm going to be done with coloring. But yeah, I get it. I get it. I'll think of something. Okay. But yeah, I'll think of something about it. Like, we'll see. And yeah, tomorrow I'm planning on finishing her when it comes to like coloring and stuff. And I'm trying to practice her a bit lately. Time. It's okay. Take your time. But yeah, like, drawing her is very specific. I mean, it's not really that difficult. Like, what you want to actually work on is, again, shapes. It's just shapes. Drawing is just about shapes. How the first shape is going to be placed in space and stuff. Also face. Hoping it improves on the 3D side too. That's where I have problems. I see, that's understandable. It looks to be a good tablet. Yay. It's a display screen tablet. I've actually got it last year, something like that. So it's like less than a year old. I think, or might be already like over a year old. Not sure. It was either like around last year or this year. I think it was the year like before 2023 when I got this tablet. I've got it more or less around the same day when I've ordered my PC. I've got my tablet faster. It was more than a year ago. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. I think it was 2023. Yes, it was. About getting a 22-inch for $250. 0.5K. New egg. Yeah, that's understandable actually. Well, when it comes to the tablets, I think I would look actually not around the like working area, because usually the working areas are just good. You don't need a huge tablet, right? What I would look after is like your points of pressure, right? Because this is actually like the more points of pressure you have, the better stabilization you're going to have, and better like line accuracy. There's a huge difference. I've tried Wacom's. I think they're overpriced. Huion's, on the other hand, you know, they're pretty good, and quite cheap for the prices. Yeah, more or less the same. For it refurbished, but I contacted them and they said that has a 1-year warranty. I know that all their products do from Newegg Julian themselves. Yeah. So yeah, I would recommend looking into getting Huion. They're giving you a bit better warranty. And you can be 100% sure that everything is, you know, all well protected. Huion has a 165Hz display tablet for 1/3 the price of the Wacom Cintiq 27. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying that Wacoms are overpriced, because like Wacoms used to be the main brand for graphic tablets, you know, like back then when you were saying Wacom or like graphic tablet, the first thing was to your mind was coming in was Wacom. They were the graphic tablet making company. But then Huion came in, XP Pen came in, and like Wacom just, I think Wacom kind of fell off, but they kept their prices. 8169, that's good amount. That's actually a really good amount. And hertzes and amount of colors. Those are the main three that I would look for in a graphic tablet. If that's the 165 hertz that display that you're talking about, that's pretty good. With 8169, yeah. But it comes with a 30-day return, so if there's a defect on it, with more likely there will be slightly less than 100% affected. It could just be sent back or kept. I see. That's nice. The line saying, yes, they did. Nice. So, I need to say my goodbyes now, so thank you Zeka for being the channel on Twitch. Thanks Tired, Golden, Sean, Roiku, Beans, Aspen, Muto, Two Cats, Skylar, Amir, and Heavenly for being the channel on YouTube. As always folks, stay creative and I hope to see you all in the next one. To be honest, you can get a 2.5K display for a couple $100 compared to spend 300 plus on an iPad. I've got an iPad, it wasn't really that expensive. It was like, for me it was like $500 I think. But I didn't go like Pro Ultra Max or whatever the best iPad can be, like I just got iPad. There is no like addition to the name, it's just iPad. And I think it was like iPad 12, iPad 13, something like that. It was like older version of iPad, so it wasn't like the newest model or anything like that. But because I wanted to draw on the go, and I'm doing that. I am drawing on the go, like actually. But yeah, folks, again, stay creative. I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care, man. Bye bye. And it was like $30. Didn't you got like a graphic tablet that had the no display though? Yeah, exactly. Like you pay a lot for the display. Like that's the thing. If you don't want the display, you're actually saving like a crap load of cash. And you can still get a really good one for less cheap. And yeah, stay creative and we hope to see you all in the next one. Take care.